Join me, people. Where y'all at? Hello. Drop a comment if y'all are there. Happy Sunday to everyone. Got to fix myself a little bit. Ooh, there we go. That's much better. Hello, everybody. I am just waiting for a few more people to come on. I'm going to be doing a topic about vacation frustration and how to avoid having a bad vacation from going to leaving. Hello, Marcia. How are you? Let's see here. Just wait for a few more people to come on. It has been a very hot Sunday, and I know that you guys are home nice and cool in the air conditioning because it is too hot to go outside, at least where I am. Waiting for a couple of more people to come on. Happy Sunday. And you guys are more than welcome to engage with me. Also, I have a book that is in my description box under this live stream. Diamond Cut the Pain, How to Shine Like a Diamond. That is my, that's my book. You guys should watch it. I mean, you guys should go ahead and buy that if you haven't already. Let's see here. Where's everybody at? Waiting for a few people to hop on before I get this live stream started. It took me many trips to get it right. Many trips to figure this out, how you should travel and what you should do to avoid having a bad vacation. This is something that everybody needs to know. These are things everybody needs to know, especially with, it's travel season now. So this is imperative. And the information that I am going to be providing is going to be good. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And share this if you guys want. Hello. I am going to be starting in just 1 minute. Thanks for dropping a comment, you guys. I'm going to get started very shortly. Thanks for staying on with me. It is Sunday. I know everybody is probably well rested from last night or yesterday, whatever they're doing, and waiting to hop on this live stream with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All right. And then people just chime in, get in where you fit in. Okay. So how to avoid, I think these bangles are gonna bother me and they're gonna just jingle. It's not Christmas. Don't need the jingle bells right now. So I am going to just go ahead and take them off. All right. So how to avoid vacation frustration. Oh, wait. Okay. So how to avoid vacation frustration. Announcement, you guys. I've gotten a certification in something. I am now putting my experience to good use. And I'm going to surprise you guys in the description box after this live stream on what it is. But I am going to be doing YouTube a lot more. I am going to be hopping on live streams a lot more. And this is going to be all throughout this, this summer and, hopefully ongoing. So that was a good highlight of the week that happened to me. And I'm excited about that. Even though I'm being a little secretive, y'all probably think I'm talking in code and I'm being cryptic right now. I'm not trying to. But anyway, so it says how to avoid vacation frustration, how to set yourself up to have a nice girls trip, to have a nice romantic trip, how to have and enjoy and appreciate the trip that you are taking the time off from your job for, to appreciate the trip that you are planning for, that you had booked way in advance, and make all your hopes and your good thoughts and dreams about this fantastic trip come into fruition. So the first thing you are going to do is to have a good trip is don't go if you are broke. If you're broke, you cannot go on a trip, even as bad as you want to. Even if it's your birthday, I say do something locally, make something local, nice and festive. Hire a masseuse for, your friends or, your special someone, and have a nice little private dinner from a favorite restaurant. Make it nice and cozy in a hotel, decorate it really nicely if you are going to do something local, but do not go out of town domestically or internationally if you don't have the shmoney. Trips cost, okay? Everything in life costs, but trips cost especially, and you have to plan and take account for what is going to the little incidentals or whatever. The fees start accumulating when baggage, checking in your bags, $35, $50 bags. Okay, things add up quick. You can spend $70 off top just to get on the plane. So do not come with limited funds. Hawaii, if you guys plan on going there, I haven't been. It's on the to-do list. But I heard you can spend $500 a day easily. Don't bring $500 if you're going to Hawaii, because you will not do anything but sit there and just look at the roasted pig that has the apple in its mouth getting roasted for the whole entire duration of the trip, because that's pretty much all that you can do within a budget of $500. If you were traveling within the United States, $300 for just in case money is needed. Just in case you need to do something, or just in case, you have to find a hotel, or you have to run out and get clothes because your bags are stolen at the airport. Hopefully that doesn't happen to anybody. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but you need money for just in case for $300 alone. And $500 plus a bare minimum I'd say $500 to $800 just to spend so you can enjoy yourself. When you're vacationing, you don't want to tiptoe. You don't want to just live on a budget. You want to enjoy yourself. Now's the time. You're traveling. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to have fun. You want to spend the extra $30 and get a nice dinner or whatever you want to get. when you're on vacation. You don't want to be budgeting on vacation. That's to get to your vacation. But on your vacation, you want to be able to have money to spend as you please. Don't leave the country without $1,000. Oh Lord, don't do that. Nowadays, during the pandemic, during all these restrictions, even though things are lifting, but not everything is completely lifted. Don't travel out of the country unless you have $1,000. I mean, that right there should be automatic. And I mean, that's me putting it lightly, at least you can buy, and that's not even including just in case money. So make sure you have $1,000 to at bare minimum, if you even think about traveling outside of the United States, because money goes like water. It runs out like water when you are having fun. You're splitting Ubers here with, your friends and whatnot. You're splitting lifts, this person takes a turn, that person takes a turn. It adds up. And, depending on where you are, depends on the price of what it is. But bring the shmoney, or don't go if your money ain't like it need to be. Number 2. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for joining. And everybody else, drop a comment if you are joining. If you have any other travel tips that you would like me to share with everybody on this on this live stream. Also, make sure you be sure to like button this live stream too. Also, I appreciate it if you do like the content. So, back to number 2. What you want to do is check the curfew before you set your place destination. You don't want to travel somewhere and you go and you have to be in by 11 o'clock because it's a curfew. You're not able to have fun. You came to party. You came for the experience of, wilding out with your friends, your guy friends, your girlfriends, whoever you came as a group with. You want to make sure that the place you're going does not make you go to bed like you were a 7-year-old at like 9 o'clock. Make sure that there's no restrictions. There's no curfew. I mean, if you're just going alone with your significant other, then you might find things to do with, a curfew after that. But if you're just going with your group of friends and stuff, you want to be able to socialize, have a good time, want to be able to party and freely do things as you please. So when I went to Florida, I picked Florida because, number 1, it was open. There was a lot, to do. And, I didn't have to be in at a certain time. I wasn't like on a schedule, where it didn't, give me the stress of like even furthering me commit to a time schedule of things. So you want to pick a place and research a place that makes sure that you're allowed to move as you want to or as you need be. All right. So number 3, moving on. Don't wait to the last minute to get a passport. I have even heard of people doing this. They'll book the trip and then get the passport later, and then the passport doesn't come on time. So what happens? You're out of money. Hopefully you can reschedule it if you can. You're frustrated with yourself. You just set yourself up for failure. If anything, get the passport first, then book the trip. They even have expedited passports that you can get 2 weeks. They have even some, 2 weeks, 4 weeks or whatever, but make sure that you plan for all that, because there's nothing worse than thinking you're about to go to Spain or England, wherever you think you're going, and you're staying right in your kitchen. You're staying right in your couch because your passport ain't there. That would get on my nerves. I don't know about you. Hello, Brian. Hello, Khalif. So make sure, it's uncertain of the arrival time, especially with things going on and, the pandemic is lifting up. I think, it's pretty much fading out, but you just want to prepare for having what you need all ready to go instead of hoping that and praying that it'll get there, like, a hope and a wish. It's a lot better. It's a lot cheaper to get what you need in order first. Number four. I'm already at number 4. Group travel. Now that the trip is booked, make sure your personality blends that the people that you go with. All right. Every time I take girls trips, I try to make sure that I pick a group of people where the personalities blend. For the most part, it's worked out in my favor. Not every single time, but you want to make sure that the group of people that you're going with are enjoyable people, not just for you, but the other people that are going too. You're not planning this trip for yourself. You're planning for the group. You're taking one for the team. So make sure that you don't bring friends who are full of drama. Make sure you don't bring the cheap girl who don't want to spend nothing. If you guys, you know how annoying it is for a server to divide up separate checks at places. Don't bring the girl who just wants to get on hey, do you mind splitting this up into 10 different ways for all 10 of the people that came? Don't bring her, because if she wants to nickel and dime everything, then her ass needs to stay home. Okay? Bring the people that are good vibes only. Yes. Good vibes only. Bring the people that are going to have fun. Okay? Don't bring the friends who are known for tension, because if there's going to be tension, if they're known to have tension before you leave and get on that plane, there's going to be tension when you get off the plane. So don't bring them. If one of your girlfriends is a hoe, don't bring the other girlfriends who are, really into the church, or everyone who is married, because somehow they might not have a lot in common. If you bring, one person that might have a different agenda than everybody else. So make sure that you have a group of people that are on the same vibe. And you don't have to all get along like, kumbaya, like you're the Golden Girls or whatever. But at least not difficult people. Leave their difficult behinds at home. Okay? Have a nice balance, And I'm saying this because, even don't be fixated on the quantity of people who support you or come on a trip with you or fit that. Focus on the love that you have from the small, intimate group that you have if you need to have something small and intimate. Don't make it a big thing. If not everybody can come, it is okay. Because if you just start inviting people that you haven't talked to in a while just for a certain number, then you're setting yourself up for failure. You are. Nobody wants to be out of town feeling uncomfortable. Your friends don't, nor do you. And there's nothing worse than being uncomfortable where someplace that's out of your comfort zone on a vacation with people that you may or may not know well in an area that you don't know well. So I'm saying this to say it is very important to make sure all personalities blend. Let me see those likes up. Y'all like my content so far? Please make sure you like this video and share. Okay. Have a nice balance. So make sure you like the person that you are traveling with. Tip number 5. You don't know a person unless you have had time spent with them. If they acting flaky and inconsistent, moody, and the B word, before you get on the trip or times that you have hung out, don't invite that person. When you have a week-long vacation or a vacation that is going to be taking up a significant amount of your time with other people and you're going to be spending it together, make sure you like that person. If you don't know them, don't bring them, because people have a tendency to show their ass when they're out of town. People have a tendency to do that. Not everybody acts, dignified when they're out of town. It's a time to let loose. It's a time to enjoy yourself. It's a time when your true self comes out. And it will. So make sure that make sure you check, like, hey, I have a list of everybody I invite. Do I actually like these people? Have we hung out? Can I deal with them and their ways every single day of this trip? If the answer is no, you can take them Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but Saturday, you think you're going to have enough of them? Say maybe it wasn't a good idea. I'm reconsidering. It's okay to resend your invite for a trip. It's okay to do that. I went out of town, right? I'll share a story with you guys. Hey, Tylisa. Hello, Jean. Hello, Brian. I went out of town with a guy, right? Went to Vegas, okay? On a double date type of trip. I ended up getting treated to go to the spa. He treated for me and my girlfriend who came to go to the spa. It was a very nice, idea. I thought, it was like, wow, this is nice. This is fancy. And, I like this. My girlfriend said, hey, we should tip the masseuse. Right? That was, I did. Okay. That was like one of the worst things that I could have did, according to the person who sponsored it, because I didn't tell him that I was going to tip the masseuse person. I mean, not the masseuse, the spa day person or whatever on his tab. He got mad at me. He even said, went on to say, well, my ex-wife, she never even, spent all this money. And, I'm like, well, I mean, it's a tip. Like, I mean, it's a service. You should automatically think services require tips. But he was very upset, and that set the tone for a very bad next day. It was day because, I got to the point where I'm like, the silent treatment on the trip is not going to work. I have to let you know that I'm not feeling this, like, your attitude. My girlfriend was there, like, it made everybody feel uncomfortable because he was thinking about himself instead of thinking about everybody else. Now, he also apologized and, thought about what his attitude, and it changed, but that doesn't always happen. That could have carried out if I didn't say anything till the end of the stay. And that is it's no thing worse than being on a trip and sharing a space with somebody where you feel very uncomfortable. There's tension, there's negativity, there's somebody is mad at you. I don't like people to be mad at me, And, it happens, but I don't like it. I like to avoid it. But, if there's nothing you can do about it after you say your piece, forget it. It is what it is. But you don't want to have that. You want to make sure that, a person well, you like the person that the people that you're traveling with, as well as they are, as the group will too, because that is important. A lot of people overlook that. Let's see here. Hey, Tylisa. Hello. Thanks for joining, you guys. Make sure you get those likes up, you guys. Plan and book your excursions and activities with your group or travel partner in advance. Okay? Book it in advance. Find stuff everyone agrees to do. Not everybody might want to go jet skiing. If the majority wants to, then, I guess if it's like, a group of 5-6 people, whatever the majority wants to, but try to find things in advance and talk about them. Nobody likes to get surprised, on trips. I went on I did a water excursion and everybody had on braids. My weave got messed up, and that wasn't a happy situation, especially not for my hair. But, I took one for the team because I realized that it's not all about me on the trip. So I'm like, all right, y'all want to do that? It's cool. I didn't complain. I was scared to death. I wouldn't do it again. Got on this banana and it was like, I was scared. I fell over that I actually like knotted myself. I roped myself into the boat because I did not want to fall off. Because the guy said one time, if you tilt to the left, lean toward the middle to not fall off. I roped myself and I double knotted myself into it because I was scared. And, I didn't fall off, but my hair got wet. I don't know which one would have been worse, but I didn't like either one. That's not good. But make sure that you do excursions beforehand because you know what? They get booked easily. I know I had told one of my girlfriends, like, hey, there's this, this one excursion would involve like, a sampling of alcohol. And I was like, hey, you don't want it to, be booked up by the time that, it's, I don't want it to be booked up at all, so she forgot about it. And don't you know that it kind of just booked up and we had to miss out on it. And it was something that I was looking forward to, but those things happen. So you got to plan in advance. You got to make sure that you plan out, have a general idea of your itinerary, even if you can't have everything down to a science, even if you can't have everything laid out in stone, at least have an idea of what you guys want to do as a whole, as a group, or one-on-one with your special person. So that there is not too much time being taken upon that when you get there. And you could just allot all of that time to enjoying yourself and spending the money, enjoying yourself for the money that you spend on the trip. You don't want to use that time to think. I hate thinking sometimes. Like thinking is like, I'd rather think it beforehand instead of thinking while I am actually there on a trip, So don't assume when you get there, ask questions, beforehand. I'm all about preparation before so you can enjoy during. That is a big thing to me. Number 7, make sure your suitcase stands out. Okay, it's easy to mistake bags. It's easy to spend a lot of time. We're having black suitcases. I mean, I let my thing, my suitcase go around on the rail thing, circle around so many times. I wasn't sure if it was mine. And you're picking up random bags. I'm like, you know what? This life is not for me. I need to do something. I had it happened, I think on the going and coming on a trip. So what did I do? I got this, okay? This guy, can't get this lost. It's nice and pink. It stands out. So when I travel, I'm traveling with something nice, bright, and pink. So I can't get it confused. And it's there. Like, who's going to mistake this from anything? Nobody. It's a big, yeah. Put a little bow on it. Something. Put a picture of your kid or something on it or whatever, just for the trip, then take it off, just so you can identify it. If you can't figure out what your bag is with your kid's face on it, then I don't know what to tell you. That's pretty bad. Maybe you should be on a trip. Maybe you should be spending more time with your kids. I don't know. But make sure your suitcase is easy to identify. If you are going out of town and you called out sick, wait to post the pics and wait to post stories. Don't do it to yourself. Hi, Tia. Wait to post pics. You may have told your boss you're sick, but some of y'all coworkers and people on, your friends on social media, you don't know who's going to be hating that you're out of town, having fun, and may go tell your boss, you don't want to do that. Everything doesn't have to be a braggable moment. The whole trip doesn't have to be a braggable moment. I mean, I was guilty of that too. I did it. I vlogged my trips before. Does it work out in my favor? You know what I mean? It's fun, but it's like, does anybody even really care? You know, at the end of the day. But if you're telling your boss that you're sick at 7 a.m. in the morning, don't post a story or a picture of you twerking on a guy with your leg up with a margarita in your hand at 11:30 p.m. Because it doesn't look like you're sick. What you're probably thinking is, yeah, I'm sick. I'm sick of this job. So I need to get away and fly away. Remember that song by, what's his name? Lenny Kravitz. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, it's nothing to brag about that you went out of town on vacation when you don't have a job to return to. Because you'll get fired for it. You will. And that's not funny. It's not. But don't post pictures and stories. That stuff can wait. Your job is more important, especially if you're sick. Yeah. Research places to eat in advance. Me? I don't know about you guys, but a girl can eat. Yes. I get it in with the fork and knife. And when I'm hungry, I don't want to be waiting on a plate, you know, I don't want to be waiting trying to figure out what restaurant I'm going to in a country that, you know, I'm unfamiliar with, or a city that I'm unfamiliar with. Research places on advance. The food is important. Yes, food is important. And y'all all get hungry. You know I do. So you want to go on Instagram, look up the city that you're going to. I went to West Palm Beach. I've researched places in West Palm Beach, vegan places in West Palm Beach that I can go to that looked good, checked out their menu. I'm telling you, this little bit of time that you're taking to do this saves a lot of hassle when you get there. I knew that I wanted to go to this place called, I think it was Mesopotopia or something. That's where we went when I got into West Palm Beach. We went right there because I researched it in advance. I knew they had some vegan items, and some of the guests that I had have dietary restrictions like myself. And it would be a place that is a little bit for everybody, you know? And I mean, I'd say even have 3 to 5 places that you want to eat at before the trip. 3 to 5. That's not too much to ask. That's, you know, that's reasonable. You know, if you're vegan, find vegan spots, vegan places near me. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't go to St. Martin's, because I almost went there for my birthday, but Florida had catered to more of a vegan lifestyle. The places there were easily accessible for a vegan lifestyle. So you have to think about your lifestyle. You have to think about your dietary restrictions. Think about all this stuff in advance. Because at least like, oh, okay, where are we going to go eat at? It's Saturday on lunch. Oh, let's try this place. Let's try that place. Okay, you have options. Everybody likes options. Men like options. Women like options. Everybody likes options. When it comes to food, you want to have options. If one place doesn't work out, can't trust the website sometimes. It'll say that it's open and it not be open. Call. People who know me, I'm a stickler for calling. I can't just take what the website says verbatim. Some things may be open that may say it's closed, but I'll be on the phone. Guys, open? All right, we're coming. 3, party of 3 on the way. You know, and it may say that it's, you know, it's open and it's closed. Now that's the worst. You don't want that to happen. Research, advance. I even DM people when I was in Puerto Rico. Restaurants. Hey, do you guys have this? Do you guys have that? You know, just because that's the type of foodie that I am. I want to make sure that one thing, we can decide on other things when we get there, but food, at least we know places to go. Now, I can't speak. We had a little trouble finding one of the places that I wanted to go to, but, you know, we were able to have a destination, and it's about preparation. All right. So it saves you time and helps you have a good dining experience, because you know what? when you go and eat at a place that you don't really even want the food just for the sake of eating at, it's not a very good situation. You're frustrated, you have a limited time on the vacation, time goes by quick. So find places that you may potentially like. If I go on a vacation with you, I got to pick out the food because I know how to do it. Take it from a person who loves their food. I know how to pick out some good food. So, flying international and domestic, request off for the day after your trip. You don't know what's going to happen. There might be flight delays. You might get jet lag. You might miss your flight. You miss your flight. You might not even be able to afford your flight to come back that day. Make sure you plan for not doing anything that day after your trip. Make sure that's in your request time off because you're going to need it. Okay? Plain old tired you could be. You don't want to be going to work and you're just tired. Like you're no good. You're not even thinking. All you're going to be doing is posting pics of the trip anyway. If you're at work, you're not going to even working. What's the point of going? Might as well take that time to relax, recuperate. If you put those people who in California, coming over to, the East Coast, going back to Cali, time difference. You're tired. You don't want to just right back into work. It's a disservice. It's not worth it. All right. You need a vacation from the vacation. Yes. And I like the idea. Pick some high-end meals as well as reasonable ones. It's all about balance, right? So you have to, not everything could be escargot. Sometimes you got to have pizza, or something affordable. Because, I'm not saying you have to be rich, but not everybody's finances is the same, So be agreeable. Pick places that, are easy to afford. Not everything has to be a 5-star dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for, your vacation. I made the mistake of that. I used to think that. I'm like, we have to go to this restaurant and breakfast, this restaurant, lunch. We have to get snacks at this 5-star restaurant. Snacks, but you just kind of got to make sure that you are being considerate of your time, considerate of your budget. Nobody told you to go there and they're acting like you're Bill Gates or Oprah. Go and have fun, have enough money to sustain yourself and enjoy yourself on the trip. But, don't live live within your means. Okay. Or within what you budgeted and you planned for when you saved for that money for the trip. All right. So another tip, but basically what I was saying, anything can happen on the trip. So provide just emergencies, accidentals, anything can happen. Just take the day off after you come back. Moving along, outfits. My girlfriend told me this. Put your outfits together before you go. I guess it's like planning for a week of work ahead of time. Normally, I never do this. I'll never do it, but I tried it out for the last trip that I did. And I must say that it did help. At least I kind of knew a lot. Make sure you have, your wardrobe change outfits because we're not all staying in the same outfit all day. Can't just say, hey, Monday we're going, scuba diving. Tuesday we're going to a luau. Wednesday we're going to the beach and just pack a swimsuit for the day. You're not going to be in a swimsuit all day, but make sure that is one of the outfits in aside with, a normal outfit that you will wear. Bring sleepwear, 5 days of full outfits doesn't hurt nobody. Check them, and don't pack stuff that you wouldn't really, wear. Don't do. I did that before. It was a waste. Like that's like about 30 pounds. I could have just, kept it home, and I brought it with me for it to just collect dust in my luggage bag, which helped me nothing. So don't do that. What I say too, also, you want to leave room for souvenirs. Also, you want to leave room because, sometimes, if you're with your friends, you might want to go shopping. Make sure you have room in that one suitcase that you were pissed off that you had to pay $50 for to check in, that you have room to bring the new clothes, items that you just pick up from when you went to the mall, check out the mall in California or Rodeo Drive or wherever you little fancy selves take you. I don't know where y'all go. Just make sure you have room in that luggage bag. Don't sit it there. Don't have things that you're not going to wear or use in that bag when it could belong for other things. If you're buying presents for people or items, that space could be used for that. Always pack extra underwear, undergarments, accessories. Thank you for the commentary, Tylisa. Yes, you're on it. You got to pack extra underwear, some of you might not use underwear too much, that's a different story. But for those who are underwear wearers, pack it up, put it in the bag. Cute ones. Don't bring your granny panties. Bring stuff that you'd actually, we're not anybody, is going to be looking at it or whatever. Well, I don't know what you do on vacations, but make sure that you have underwear. You never know. Like we were saying, might have a flight that might be a little delayed. Might have to stay extra little bit of time in a little city you don't know of too much. You might something might happen. Better to be prepared than to take that time to go out and get stuff. That's time consuming. I'm all about preservation of time. You forget to bring certain undergarments or whatever, toothpaste and everything, to take time out to go get that when you can just already have it there versus, wasting that time where it could be doing fun things on your trip. It's kind of like a pain. Nobody wants to do that. But underwear, somebody said underwear in your carry-on. Yes, pack the underwear in your carry-on. I say even pack an outfit for like one day in your carry-on, because you just never know. What if your bags don't get there till the next day or something? Hopefully that does not happen to you. But what if something happens where, your bags are not arriving when you arrive at that gate? If something is precious, your camera, take all the pictures, pack that in your carry-on. Don't pack it when in your checked-in bag, laptops and whatnot. I made the mistake of doing that. I packed my iPad somewhere in my checked-in bag. It was returned to me, so I was happy. But, it was there. But that's not something I would normally do. Laptop, camera, toothbrush, put it in that carry-on and carry on. Okay? All right. So, how to handle friends who might get on your nerves during a trip. All right. If it's not working out, and you notice early on that's not working out, you're seeing the red flags, you're seeing the person is moody, you're seeing that the person is, questioning everything, or doesn't want to participate in activities, or doesn't want to be a part of the group, be a part of the team. Everybody's mature. Everybody's an adult on the trip. Unless you're taking a family trip and got the kids with you. But I say it is okay to tell someone early on, hey, this is not working out. We can refund you your portion of the cost for our stay. If you're very unhappy, I'll refund you, and you can go your separate way. We'll continue to do what we're doing. Only because you don't want to carry on in a trip where someone is just not fitting in. Kind of like Sesame Street, one of these don't belong. Remember? One of these don't belong here, I think it was like Shapes or something like that. One of them belong. You don't want the person that does not fit or has ulterior motives on the trip to be tripping during your trip. They can go trip by themselves. You'll be just fine. I've had that happen to me before. I've made the mistake of wanting everybody to sing Kumbaya. And we all hold hands and we sing We Are the World together just because we were on a trip together. Because I was attracted to the outcome. And like I said, I want everybody to have a good time, get along and everything. Was attracted to the fact that, we're all together. We have to do things together. No, I say differently now. If you're not getting along with a certain person, it's okay to tell them that, or ask them in a nice kind of way, communicate, say it in a nice, cordial way. Like, don't, I want to, I think we should part ways because this isn't working out, because it happens. People are human. People are human, and people make mistakes, that you never know. If you talk to the person, they may be feeling the same way. They may feel like, they're not enjoying themselves, but there is nothing worse than being on a trip and nobody is getting along. These two are off to the side. These three are off to the side. These four are going their separate ways. Everybody's divided, when you're supposed to be kind of uniting, at least the whole time, everybody's not going to do everything all on one accord. But I'm just saying, it's okay to tell somebody early on that you are not, in a nice way, you're not feeling it. How about, let's be fair here. Let's see what, hotel we can get, so we can we all pay good money to be here. So we all should enjoy ourselves, whether it's all together or somebody has to do something on their own. It may sound harsh, but it's life. You gotta accept that things are not going to go all like we want them to go. And they're not, when you go on a trip, you also have to have a kind of go with the flow attitude. You can't, invite or suggest to cancel plans that everybody looks at, everybody looking forward to. Can't suggest, like, I don't think we should all do that after everybody's, interested in it, vested in it. Mind frame is in the mind frame to do a certain activity, excursion, or whatever, restaurant, whatever. You don't want to do that. I had someone tell me that they wanted to cancel what we had scheduled and just go out to a steak place. I'm like, I don't even eat steak. Like, when do you see me eating steak? Like, very inconsiderate, very selfish. You don't want to do that. That's just rude. But you know what? You got to account for rude people, especially if you're going on one of your girls trip and you don't know everybody. There's people who are going to be, they're going to be the way they are. And what did I say in the beginning of this live stream? That people are who they are. They're not going to change. And when they go out of town, they are going to show their behind, because that's when people like to act out most. Sometimes, we have expectations and for trips. I know I am guilty of that. I agree, that it's me too. I have expectations, but I've learned over the years that having these expectations only do more stress and harm to me instead of it being beneficial for me. So having, people don't want to come also on your trip. If they say they're going to come, deuces, catch you the next go round. We don't need you. We don't need you. Not in nothing, but if somebody's going to give you a cockamamie excuse as to why they can't come, I know somebody told me that they could not come to my trip because I was thinking about going to Mexico. They said they didn't want their DNA in Mexico because they have to take a COVID test to get there. What does Mexico care about your DNA for? You live in the United States. I'm insulted at this point. Just tell me you don't want to go and have fun with me on this trip. Don't tell me you don't want to take a COVID test because you didn't want, DNA to, your DNA to be traced, or start hitting you with all these conspiracy theories about trackers and things like that. I'm not sure if it's true. DNA trackers, you didn't want your DNA to be tracked, so therefore you can't go and enjoy yourself on a trip. That's too much paranoia for me. Stay your ass home. If you got to go through all that, you We don't need you mess up your track, your hair tracks, whatever, DNA tracks. I don't need you, So, but you know what? The thing you have to be cool with is that it's okay. I had a friend, she got upset that one of her other girlfriends couldn't come on a trip. They got into it. They're not even speaking anymore. It's not worth it. If your friendship is valuable, it's not worth it. Accept the fact that they're going to give you a cockamamie excuse, like the one I got. I don't want my DNA tracked in another country because I have to take a COVID test. Oh my goodness. Like, I can see if you're, running from the feds in different states or something. I don't know. But you're just an ordinary, regular person. Who cares? Accept the excuses, accept the lies, accept the BS, and accept the fact that they spared you time on having a bad trip when, accept the fact that they're helping you out. When somebody's making excuses why they don't want to go with you on this special trip at the last minute, okay, that's your loss. Still have a good time because you deserve it. And one person should not let your show stop, because it does. And any comments on that? Any comments on anything that I said so far, you guys? You guys agree? Hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share that video. Make sure you drop a comment. I see a lot of comments, but make sure you drop a comment, chime in. But it's okay. At least they're telling you in advance how they feel. They're the ones who are missing out on a trip. If they decide not to go and they told it that they would, not you. You're still going. You're still having fun. You're still sipping margaritas. You're still doing whatever you do. Came to do on the girls' trip. Stella, if that's what you want to do, or you want to do whatever you want to do, have fun, have some girl time, bond, whatever you want to do. But don't worry about it. Communicate. Communication is key. Okay? Please. No, seriously, you guys. You guys got to communicate. Let people know what you're doing. You cannot expect people to think how you think, especially if you don't know all that's in a group of people. Please communicate with the group that you have. Let people know that you are going to the store for an emergency because you have to get some tampons because Mother Nature called you and you didn't know that she was going to be calling you at this specific time on this trip. Let somebody, don't just wander off, be gone for hours and hours and hours at a time and expect people to be waiting on you, like the second coming of Christ. No, doesn't happen. Sorry, you're not that important. Nobody cares about you, enough to wait on you. They don't. If you want to be with the group, stay with the group or wait till the group goes out and then get what you need, your personal items. If you really must go out, at least let somebody know, tell somebody, or ask the people that's there. Guys might need razor blades. I don't know what guys take on guys' trip. Women might need, tampon. Might forgot about a bathing suit. Got that bathing suit at home. I need to go get one. Wait till you're with the group to do it. Don't just go off and expect people to be there waiting for you because it's not all about you. And some people have the mistake of thinking on a trip, it is all about you. And it is not. That happened to me before. And that's not fun, You got to account for, you're not taking a trip for yourself. Put it like this. You're taking a trip for everybody that's on the trip. So you can't think that everybody's going to do what you want to do, especially if you're celebrating something like, I don't know, a birthday, an anniversary, a wedding. If it's a wedding, it's about you. You're the bride, you're the groom. It's about you. But if you're a guest or whatever, part of the bridal party, it's not always about you. You got to think for the group and its totality, So is there anybody else who wants to say anything in regards to these trips? Is there anything I missed that I didn't cover? Yeah, bright luggage bag, bright colored ribbon on your suitcase, like I showed. Yep. Somebody said, make sure you have enough for whatever you want to do, because this is your time to do things you don't get a chance to do at home. Agreed. 1000%. Make sure you have time to do what, you want to do, because this is your trip and you make your trip the way you want to make it. You are the architect of your vacation, your trip. You control your sanity. You control how you go about things. You control your happiness. You create your own happiness. Check out that video if you haven't saw it. Create your own happiness. And 30 things to do before you turn 30 as well. So I just want to recap everything for those who came a little bit late, who are joining me. Number one, don't go if you are broke. Do something local. Make local things fun, as a hotel stay, masseuse hire, personal chef hire, decorations. Make something local big, but don't go if you cannot afford it. Number two, check the curfew of the place that you're going to. Make sure that they don't have travel restrictions, no curfews. If you are going for a partying scene, a country or a city that closes at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, that shuts down, is not for you if you have the mind to party and celebrate. Number three, don't wait till the last minute to get your passport. Don't book a trip before you have your passport in hand. It's unpredictable. You do not know when it will arrive. So make sure that you plan to have your passport beforehand. Number four, make sure all the personalities blend. Don't bring the girlfriend that has an attitude and gets offensive of every little thing and is going to turn their nose up on something that somebody's doing. If they want to get a little wild on the dance floor, you don't want to bring the girlfriend who's going to be talking about them the whole night. Oh, can you believe that? Leave her at home. Don't bring, make sure the personalities blend. Don't bring a group of people who will not get along, because they will not be able to vibe together. Make sure that you guys have a good attitude. Bring a good attitude on a trip, a go with the flow attitude. That is very important to take on your trip. Make sure you like the person that you are bringing and the person that you're bringing. Don't bring people that you are not sure of or uncertain. If you have to question if this person will be fun on your trip, don't bring them. That means no, they ain't gonna be fun. You ain't gonna like it. Save yourself the money, time, hassle. Don't do it to yourself. You're doing yourself a disservice. Because girls will get into fights and let the ratchet come out, and nobody needs that on trips. Trust me, it's not a good thing. All right. Another thing when you go on vacation, don't act out. Don't act out. You don't know what the laws are if you get locked up in a foreign country versus the ones that are in the United States. Don't go to jail on a trip. Don't go start fighting people and acting ratchet and do things that are going to get you because you know what? You don't know what it's going to take in another country's policy to get you out of jail. And that's the last thing. And I mean, these things I'm telling you may sound far-fetched, but they happen. So you don't know what will happen if you got locked up in Saudi Arabia, if you plan on coming back, to the United States soon. You want to make sure that you're on your best behavior. Don't let nobody push you around none, but don't go to jail on a vacation, because you don't know what can happen or what the policy, the bond, you don't know how they might do whips and stuff in different countries. You just never know. So make sure you are within the law and, bring your good sense, have fun, but not too much fun where it's going to get you into a bad situation. Someone said, prepare for inclement weather just in case. Yes. Don't just bring all shorts. It's going to get cold on the plane. Bring stuff that will make you comfortable on the plane as well. It might be raining, pack a little umbrella, a little rain ain't going to stop your show. I say I'm sugar and I don't want to get rained on because I'll melt, but I will still go out and have a good time. Won't stop my show. Pack an umbrella. All right. Make sure you plan and book your excursions, your activities in advance. Okay. Make sure you plan them so that you will not miss out on your favorite excursion, your favorite activity beforehand, because that will not be fun. They can get sold out really quickly. You don't know how popular people might all be thinking about you, like you. I could, wait till later. I can, wait a few more weeks to book this. No, book it now so that you won't be left out. When people do book, you won't be the one who doesn't have what the time that you wanted. All right. Make sure you pack a standout suitcase. Again, I'm not waiting no more. I'm not waiting no more around that travel rail thing that goes around and around and around. Make me dizzy waiting like 4 or 5 times that I'm waited, Big pink, it might change. I might get a big yellow one next time. I might get a big green one. I don't know. But I am not going to waste my time in the airport searching for things and picking up bags that don't belong to me. People giving you the side eye because I can't identify my bag. Make sure you put your child's picture on your bag if you can. Just for while you're there. You don't have to keep it on, forever, but just so you can identify. You should know what your kid looks like. If you can identify your kid, you can identify your bag. I mean, I'm just thinking of like little things that might help. Put a nice ribbon on it. Nice little ribbon, nice little bow. Make it stand out. Decorate with a whole bunch of bows. Make it stand out. You don't want any time. We don't waste a minute of our trip. A minute. Okay? We want to enjoy the maximum, the best we can. We don't want it wasted on looking for a bag that you should know what you have. I did it too many times and I said enough is enough. Okay. Make sure that if you're going out of town to post pics later, if you're being deceitful, you're doing some of that lying, not telling the truth, and told your boss that you're sick and you're out, making it rain somewhere at the strip club, wherever you're going with your boys on the guys trip. I don't know. Don't post because you ain't sick. Sick of the job for right now. You are sick of being in this house, so you're going out of town. That's about the only sick you are. Don't post pics. Wait, because you don't know how that can backfire on you. And there's nothing worse than not being able to take another trip after you take one because you don't have no job. Tommy. Oh, so research places to eat in advance. Don't wait till you get down there and look for places. If you're a foodie, you're going to want to eat. Instagram, Facebook, every restaurant is on social media. Make sure you accommodate for the budget that you have. Make sure you accommodate, you don't have to, everything has to be high-end steak, escargot, my cargo, whatever. You don't have to have that every day. You can have pizza. You can do like smoothies, you still want to look good. And, whenever, when you go to the beach, hit that beach up. Not everything has to be plush and planned out to a T. 3 to 5 restaurants. Flying international and domestic, make sure you request off. Either one. Request off the day after your trip because you don't know what's going to happen. Jet lag, flight delays, all of that stuff. Outfits, make sure you put all your outfits together beforehand. Try them on too. Don't say, oh, this looks cute. You might want to take it back to Macy's because it doesn't fit. It's the wrong size. You don't know. Just make sure that you account for what you have. The time that you have, the space that you have, in the bag. Because you don't want to bring unnecessary items because you might need souvenirs. You might go shopping wherever you are. You're going to have fun. You're going to have fun. You're going to have fun. If it is not working with the person that you decide to travel with, deuces, tell them early. Don't wait till things fester. Speak up. Speak up. Don't be passive on a trip. This is everybody's vacation. Even if you are quiet or passive, speak up. And forever hold your peace so that you may, you're taking one for the team, may enjoy your trip. Don't just let anything happen because it's your trip too. It's not about other people. If you don't like something, say something. There's always all types of ways to say it. Being polite and being kind has never cost anybody anything. And there's a way to talk to people. And there's a way not to talk to people. And the way not to talk to people might lead to bad things happening. Make sure you communicate. Tell somebody where you're at. Don't let nobody, play Where's Waldo with you. Okay. Nobody's going to have time to look for you. Okay. If you got to go somewhere, tell them, ask the team, ask the people, talk to the people. Don't do your own thing. Because if you do your own thing, people going to do their own thing. And then everybody's doing their own thing. And then you just can't get mad. You just can't. Just can't. It's called life. Get over it. You know, it's like either you're going to make the choices and live with them or expect to get left or people to move on with their lives. Things that may be important to you on trips may not be important to other people. And that's the part that people don't get. Not everything is going to be important to everybody else that is important to you. Nobody cares if you have to go get razor blades, if you forgot your bathing suit, if you forgot, you know, Mother Nature called, you need tampons, you need sanitary napkins, and all those womanly things. Like, okay, that's fine. But if you are going to go out, at least tell somebody. Don't just do it and just say, oh, they'll be waiting for me. You know, I'm Princess Diana, you know, or like, no, you're not Beyonce. You're not nobody famous. You were just a regular person trying to take a trip. Everybody else is too. You got one more day on the beach. Please don't expect nobody to be waiting for you till you go do what you got to do. Okay? Because don't nobody care. Nobody cares about you. You are the architect of your trip. Enjoy it. That's pretty much it. Hi, Craft Insanity coming on. Thank you guys for watching my live stream. Make sure you share it. I hope this advice was very helpful to you guys. Make sure you watch my playlists. Learn to dance. Dance travels. Dance with me. Dance inspiration to dance. Dance is healthy. And learn to dance. Go check out any of those playlists. Make sure you like this video, share with a friend. Don't forget, my book is Diamond Cut the Pain, How to Shine Like a Diamond. I will try to go live this week. Again, I have some other interesting topics. Let me know that you guys are feeling this topic by dropping a comment in the comment section. That is it for now. I will post. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's Tiffany Cuts the Pain, Tiffani, Cuts the Pain. Like Diamond Cut the Pain, Tiffany Cuts the Pain on Instagram. And I will see you later. Enjoy your remarkable Sunday. I know I will. And travel smart with good people. Bye.